Now adding tiles using the tile editor in Unity is really easy actually. Go to Window, go to 2D, Tile Palette, and it'll open this new window. Now you can dock this window wherever you want, or you can just keep it. I'm gonna be docking it right here. I'm gonna create a new palette, and I'm gonna type in sprites. You can name this palette whatever you want. Click on create. Now it'll show you where do you want to create this palette. So I'm just going to create a new folder, call it palette editor. I'm going to open it and I'm going to create a new folder again, call it palette. Awesome. Now I'm going to select this folder, and now we wait a bit. It created a new sprite palette. I can go back to assets, go to the sprite pack, and I'll go to the Mossy assets, Mossy tiles. Okay, so right here, if I double click on it and open it as a PNG, as you can see, it opens, it's drawn in this way. So it's not actually just one platform. It actually has multiple platforms. And if I just drag it and drop it here directly, now this, we can't actually make a platforms out of this. It looks very weird, I guess you could say. What most artists do is they make it into this format. A tile just put into a single PNG. So to just like extract it and create their own tiles, we can just go to Window, go to 2D, Sprite Editor, and right here I'm just going to dog it over here. Now in the inspector window, I'm just going to select this and it'll show in the sprite editor. A sprite editor is a way just to edit the sprite. You can actually crop out these sprites and you can do whatever you want. But what we're going to do is we're going to select this little tile set right here. And I'm going to set the sprite mode to multiple. Let's set to single because Unity actually thinks that this is a single image. I'm going to set it to multiple and I'm going to set it to 1512 as the pixels per unit. I'm gonna set the compression to none so it doesn't compress anything. Now we have it right here. So now to slice it, I'm just gonna select grid by cell size. And I'm gonna select it, I'm gonna make it slice 1512, or sorry, 512 by 512. What this basically means is that every 1512 on the X and 1512 pixels on the Y, it'll just make it one grid. So now if we click on slice, so basically this is 512 pixels wide and this is 512 pixels high. So in entirety, this is an entire grid. Awesome. Now I'll just click on apply and it'll take a moment to apply. Now we can select it and we can set it as one sprite. So now we have like singular sprites. So what we can do in the tile map is we can just basically drag it and drop it in the tile map editor right here. Now I'm going to go back to assets, go to palette editor, and I'm going to set a new folder, call it tiles. I'm going to select this folder. Awesome. Now I'm just going to click on new. I'm just going to right click in the hierarchy, go to 2D objects and select tile map rectangular. Now I can actually edit it however I like. And awesome. Now we can draw in the tiles. So I'm just going to actually delete these two squares, this square, and I'm going to delete this wall. Awesome. So now I'm just going to select this tile path. And now we have different tools right here. I mostly just use this paintbrush tool and this box fill thingy. And I can erase with D. I'm going to start editing my tiles. Now if I go to the game, it shows up right here. Now we're creating a pretty simple level. Maybe just set some of these tiles here. And awesome, now it looks somewhat complete. We actually have to move a bit here and set up camera movement to actually see this part. But we'll be setting it in the next couple of lessons. So now right here we have a pretty simple wall platformer here. So to add some collision to it, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to add components and add collider. Now if I select on Tile Map Collider 2D, which normally we should be able to use right here, but currently because of because of the design of the tile, so I actually don't know how to counteract this problem. But well, if we actually play, and I'll show you. Oops, I accidentally forgot to set this tile map as ground. Just set it as ground, then click on play again. Awesome. Now if I press on R, if I go left, I can go left, but it's a bit jagged, I guess. I guess maybe you can't see it, but it's a bit jagged sometimes. Player doesn't actually move correctly all the time. So to just counteract this, because of its design, I'm just going to create a box collider 2D and set it around here. So set this right. I'm going to create another box collider 2D, but this time this one is just going to be for this area right here. So it actually takes a bit of time, but the thing is, this is a bug in Unity. And if there is a fix to this problem, I actually don't know it. So as soon as I find the fix to this problem, I'm just going to go back and edit this course. I've edited with a composite collider, but it still doesn't work. So if you're wondering about that, I have actually tried everything. Now, if I go back and I play, I'm just going to set the tile map renderers order and layer to something like 4. The reason is for it to be more than the player's order and layer. So to actually have like these feet sinking in effect, because this is actually grass. Also, now I can go left, right,